This was his secret medical facility. How? So again, guess the question is, why did the super mutants have it? Did they move in on him? Or did they move in after he left? How have I not looted any of this stuff? Have I just not been in here? Oh, surely I've been in here. Yeah, because I've seen that before. I just didn't loot everything. Okay. Right, so... yeah, this is empty. So where do I need to go? It's here. Is it outside? Must be outside. Dima? I'm gonna figure out what's about you. We're gonna find out what's up with you. What have you done? Oh, it is inside. Okay. Sure, fine, whatever. So all we know so far is that he pretty much just... he wanted a safe place for the synths. But... he was worried the islanders would turn on him. So he created a failsafe to make sure they wouldn't. But then he got kind of upset that... he even went there. Quartz. Yeah, here's Big Boy. We took him down. Back to the vats again. That leads outside. I don't think we want to go outside. Or no, that leads to another floor. Maybe that's where we want to go? Maybe. Oh, yeah. Marker's pointing there now. Marker is being a bit dodgy. Alright, Carrie. Sure. Meet you up there. Oh, there you are.
Ground floor.
Are we good? Have we been here? Buried something. We didn't come in the...
no. The body can repair tissue damage, but still, too much radiation too quickly can prove fatal. Caution is recommended.
We never came up here.
Signs of life detected. Scanning.
Shit.
If you need assistance, please approach the intercom.
Okay. Hang on, let me get this. There's an unmarked grave. Oh, shit. What the hell is going on?
Is it going to be It's going to be like having everything you are ripped out and replaced with something else. Someone else.
I'm ready. I wish I could say goodbye to everyone.
No one else can know. This isn't just about infiltrating Far Harbor. It's about becoming the human that synths drawn here need to meet. Reasonable. Willing to accept them as just another living thing. No greater or lesser than humanity itself. You'll be part of the bridge between our two worlds. That all vanishes the moment anyone discovers that it's been manufactured. That you're a synth.
Did she have to die? The woman I'm replacing? God, she looks so peaceful lying there.
Don't. Please. That blood is on my hands, not yours.
The fuck? Sure, we'll just take her skull. So Avery. Wait. So is oh shit. Oh shit. So Avery Kasumi really is a synth. And she was replaced. Dima had her replaced to try to infiltrate. Oh shit. Curie! We talked about this. No? Alright. Still smoking. Okay. Fine. Whatever. Do what you want. So where's the intercom? Here we go.
Rescanning. User isn't approved to enter the medical containment area. Can't say I mind the company, though. It's been a while.
Who or what are you?
My specification files list me as a computer simulation, an artificial intelligence. Kai 1.1 is my version number, although I've been thinking of dropping it down to just Kai. You know, something more personable.
Who is approved to enter that room?
My biometric scanners have been calibrated for something called a prototype synth.
Curie. Well, we could just tell him to open
User
up.
is not approved to enter the medical containment area. Sorry, nothing I can do about that.
So, your name is Kai. What's your story?
I was originally programmed to help control medical facilities. Then I was moved here and that's funny. A lot of my history files have been erased. And I don't have access to any equipment besides the door controls to the medical area. That's odd. Why didn't I realize that before?
I've gotta go.
Oh, very well.
We could carry that cigarette trick you're doing. We could potentially just convince him to open the door, but... Or we could bring Nick here. Hello, King Abodo. How you doing? Of course, if we go... We have to go all the way back to the mainland to get him. But that could be potential story stuff. I don't know. Should we go get Nick, Curie? I know this is our honeymoon and all, but would you mind if, you know... I mean, you're smoking now. I feel like Nick should be here for this. Right. Let's go back and get Nick. So optional, report back to Kasumi, tell Far Harbor about Avery's murder. Confront Dima about Avery's murder. We Need to report back to Kasumi for sure. Damn it. Show summary. Navigate objectives. Here we go. So we know his secret. Alright. Curie. I'll never find this place again.
Going up.
Let's go get him. Let's go get Nick. Because there's some story here with him.
Ground floor.
And I think we want to know what this is. Because Dima and Nick have some history. And I think if we're going to confront him, we want Nick with us. Man, we gotta travel all the way back to the mainland for that. I have no doubt we can convince that thing to open up the doors. We've got enough charisma to... Oh, can't go out this way. We've got enough charisma to do it, but...
I have not yet mastered Dr. Van Tulip's advanced impact method, but
Thank
I
you,
am
Curie.
working on it.
How did I read the chat? Right like this. I've got a program that injects chat into my VR stream. Well, it injects chat into the headset. I can even position it wherever I want to. I can have it on this controller. I can put it on this one. I could have it just floating in the universe if I wanted. Alright, we gotta go back to the mainland. Curie, I'm sorry. I know this has been our honeymoon here in Far Harbor. But, we need to bring Nick in on this. Where am I? Okay, if we come in the parking garage, it seems the quickest way here. Okay, we need to go all the way back to the mainland. Back to the Commonwealth. And then back to Starlight Drive, where Nick is hanging out. Curie, I hope you're okay with this. There's a cat. There's Starlight Drive. Alright, you can smoke to your heart's content, Curie. Alright, Nick, where are you? There you are.
Hey, let me ask you something.
What's up?
Is something wrong?
Well, I sort of had the same question. It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Why do you ask?
I just had a hard go with the transition myself. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. And folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Massacre of the CPG. What's that?
The Commonwealth Provisional Government. Years back, a group of settlements tried to get together and form a coalition. Every settlement with even a hint of clout sent representatives to try and hash out an agreement. Only the Institute sent a representative of their own, a synth. The man killed every rep at the talks. The Commonwealth Provisional Government was over before it even got off the ground. I took up in town not long after. I was damn lucky they didn't just tell me to scram right then and there.
Huh.
Broken mask?
This was long before I'd moved to town, but apparently some gentleman type shows up in Diamond City, heads down to Power Noodles. Guess he didn't like the food because he pulled his pistol and opened fire on the folks enjoying theirs. When security finally put enough holes in him to drop him, they say he was full of servos and sprockets, just like yours truly. Seems he malfunctioned, went berserk. It was the first time people realized that synths had stopped looking like me and started looking like them. Considering what these folks went through, I felt real lucky they let me in the front gate at all.
Why would you want to live among bigots like that?
Now, I couldn't really blame them, given the circumstances. But folks sure started turning the other cheek when I showed up with the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
Alright.
You took down 4 guys by yourself?
Well, I didn't have to. Back then, synths were even more of an unknown quantity than they are today. I told them I was rigged to explode and started going beep, beep, beep. Hardest part of that rescue was keeping from laughing as they climbed over each other to get away.
Was it hard settling in?
Well, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?
Actually, yes.
I think we ought to talk.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Wrong? Oh, no, nothing's wrong. We've just been traveling a while now, and
No,
I
we
figure
haven't.
There hasn't exactly been equitable distribution of information. I've gotten a decent glimpse into your dirty laundry, but you still don't really know a whole heck of a lot about me. I figured I'd offer to balance the board. So, is there anything you want to know?
What's with the outfit?
After I started the agency, it just seemed like the sort of thing a detective ought to wear. I got some old memories, pre-war. Faded to all heck of guys dressed like this, doing what I do. Putting on the hat and trench coat, I figured it'd let folks know I was serious about the whole thing. Clothes make the man and all that. Guess I felt they made me the man I wanted to be.
What do you remember about the Institute?
It's all pretty hazy from back then, but now and then I get glimpses. Life inside the Institute, they keep you isolated. single test chamber was my whole world for years, and someone was always watching. Then one day you wake up on the other side, and that's it. They've cut you loose. Welcome to the brave new world, with such people in it.
So, who are you, Nick?
That's a question I've been trying to figure out myself for a long damn time. I know I'm a synth, authentic Institute handiwork, but I'm still mechanical, not bioengineered like the fancy synths giving everyone the willies these days. I get tune-ups now instead of checkups. But my memories, my personality, they're all lifted from some cop who volunteered for an experiment back before the war. They scanned his brain and copied it onto the hardware that runs between my ears. Don't know why they chose to make a robot based on some pre-war cop instead of a math genius or a bioengineer. Hey, maybe that's why the Institute tossed me in the garbage instead of turning me into one of their people snatchers.
Wait, what? You're a robot? What else have you been keeping from me?
Ha! Well, I'm not sure if anyone told you, but there's been a war. Nothing big. I think we'll bounce back just fine.
Wait, the original Nick was from my time?
Sure was. Which meant when I finally ended up out here, it was quite the rude awakening. I remember waking up one day in a garbage heap, a body in tatters and a head full of memories belonging to a man who'd been dead for 200 years. Suffice to say, it was a confusing couple of weeks. Folks didn't really know much about synths back then, so when I finally ran into people, they mostly treated me with caution rather than hostility. But the kids, they weren't afraid. I think his name was Jim. The first person to actually speak to me after I got the boot from the Institute. My first human contact in this world. Grilled me for an hour. Once they'd seen I wasn't going to hurt anyone, the other folks in the neighborhood came out to ogle the mechanical man. It eventually turned into a pretty swell soiree. The local mechanic even gave me a once-over, free of charge. Those people, they treated me like a human being. I've been trying to return the favor ever since. It's a surprisingly rare trait out here sometimes, and something I've noticed you got a fondness for. Part of the reason I've stuck around this long.
Okay. Right.
Where's that town? We should go visit.
I tried to go back and say thanks once I'd gotten myself established, but the place was wiped off the map. Raiders. Don't know what happened to the people.
You can't be that naive. You really think you were anything more than a sideshow to those people?
I don't doubt that's partly true, but they still treated me better than they had any requirement to. I think it's a lesson worth considering. Well, I expect you're about as bored as can be listening to me rattle my skeletons. We should probably head out.
Hey, Valentine.
Time to hit the road?
Let's head out.
Well, all right.
You are a scientific marvel, Monsieur Nick.
Says Curie. Alright. Curie? Sorry, I'll be back, dear. We've got some jobs to take care of. I hate to leave you here, but... you would think Curie could go. I don't know. I think we should bring Nick, though, to confront... when we confront Dima, though, since they do seem to have a history. So it seems right to have him here.
Nice to see you again. Everything's relatively quiet for once. Need something?
Oh, wait. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Oh, you're the one that's been replaced.
What's your opinion of Dima?
We don't see him that often. He seems pious, I guess. He rubs a lot of people the wrong way around here. so I'm glad he keeps to the observatory. Why?
What's the penalty for murder in Far Harbor?
We're too independent to really have laws, but if a murder can be proven, tradition is the culprit's executed. Extreme, but it keeps the peace.
I'll
Wait.
be going.
Bye, then. Nice to see you again. Everything's relatively quiet for once. Need something?
She keeps.
I'll be going.
Bye.
All right. Yeah, I think we should wait. You're right. I think we should wait before we tell her. So she's the one. She's been replaced, or she replaced someone. Wait. Oh, that's the lumber place. Where's the frickin' pot factory? Here. Which way am I facing? I don't know anymore. All right, Nick. Let's go.
We're sucking down a lot of rats sticking around here.
It's fine. So Avery, the head, the current leader to Far Harbor, is a synth. So Dima was using her to infiltrate Far Harbor. And killed the original. God damn, Dima. I get that he's replaced his memories to try to forget a lot of this, but I don't know. I was suspect of him from the beginning anyway. Now I'm really suspect of him. Right, Nick. Have you ever been to Far Harbor? Is this your first time here? Me and Curie, we've been all over this place.
Going up. Ground floor.
Right. Nick, come in here. I don't know why Curie didn't work.
Scanning. Approved user detected. Synth prototype. Unlocking medical area door.
What I am? How? Just who are you?
I am Kai 1.1, a computer intelligence designed to control medical facilities, specifically the room through that door. You match all specifications for an approved user. Personally speaking, they were very narrow.
This must be Dima's handiwork. Guess he never thought another prototype synth would be on the island. Might as well grab anything useful we find in there.
Point. Yeah, I think we just need to have Nick with us from now on. Curie can come when we go to Nuka World. I'll make it up to her. Take her to Nuka World. Ember's child.
Bingo.
Lighter and uses 5.56 ammo, 25% faster fire rates, 15% faster to load. That's 59 damage. Is there anything here? I feel like there's nothing here. Good morning, Dark Omen. Handprint there. I don't get it. Why were we allowed in here? Just for that weapon? Did I bring Nick just for that? Oh, wait. It's just broken. Everything in here is broken. That's it, just for the gun, huh? That seems...
Hey,
What's the plan? Take a look.
Well, you take it. There you go. Alright, well, I mean, that's it. That's all that was in here. Can't even talk to him anymore. Okay. All right. Well, it's a good, like I say, it's a good idea, I think, to have Nick with us at this point. This pretty much is his whole, you know. We really should have had him with us from the beginning, but I'll make it up to Kiri. We'll go to Nuka World together. She'll like that. Alright, well, guess we need to get out of here. I think we should confront Kasumi first. Feels like there's a lot going down all of a sudden. We need to get those wind turbine codes as well, I think. Then we'll have, you know, pretty much all the cards. And we can play how we see fit. I'm starting to think Dima... Here's my thought. Dima's actually the one that killed the original... Dima's the one that killed the missionary from the children of Adam. I'm starting to get the feeling he wanted to clean this island and just keep it for him and the synths. Starting to get that feeling. Okay, that's really the only thing left, unless we want to cleanse the land. Kiri had me wrapped around her finger. She did. Farm maintenance. Right. Tell for Harbor about Avery's murder. There's a couple people we can tell, actually. Alright, we need to go to that maintenance place. So let's head to there. We'll get the last key that we need. So yeah, I think Dima was responsible for killing the missionary. He wanted to pit everyone against each other. And maybe as penance, you know, he deleted his memories of it. Because he had a change of heart, or maybe someone else did it. Maybe someone else removed his memories. Maybe it wasn't him. The place I'm looking for should be here, right? Yeah, it's right in front of me. Alright, Nick, this is how I roll.
want it going to waste now, would we?
Nope. Children of Adam. They were in here too. Okay, let's go. There might be more Saltrons in here. In which case, probably on this thing. I see. We need to power everything on. So we need to find these fuses. I guess. Or no. Did we get it? I hear a robot in there. Remaining. Where? Excuse me. Now I gotta get used to not calling you Curie. Where's the other fuse? Gotta be a fuse on this shelf. Oh, we're missing a fuse. Oh, there it is. Right there. Quest marker just wasn't pointing to it. Careful.
Intruder detected. Initiating countermeasures. Goodbye.
Got it. Can't take my finger off the trigger now. Something else in here. I'm hidden, but that thing keeps moving. Which indicates
contact.
Shit. Go critical. It's gonna pop. It's gonna pop. She's gonna pop. She's gonna go. She's gonna go. Close one. Still not out of the woods yet.
You building a collection or something?
I am actually, Nick. I got nothing else in this world. Calm down, Nick. That's Kira's voice. She really needs to stop smoking. Facility terminal. Rydecker K. Remember why you're there. Let's see. VP. While your efforts to further the viability of this wind power experiment are admirable, Dr. Rydecker, we don't want you losing focus on why exactly GDA is funding this project. You're up there to make us look good to all the US senators and representatives vacationing in the great state of Maine, and not like a company basically accused of poisoning their constituents' groundwater. They're from Flint. We're in the fusion business, Kelly, so just file your reports, collect your paycheck, and enjoy the fact that you're living in a resort island on our dime. Okay. No need for hostility. There's no need to get hostile, Doc. We're partners in this, remember? I ran your report up the chain like you asked, and it generated as much interest as I told you it would. Perpetually sustainable power isn't a phrase that gets people excited around here, so unless you can figure out how your self-proclaimed breakthrough can be made to sell more household fusion generators, I'd just lay off. I'm trying to help you, Kelly. Got what you wanted. You wanted attention from corporate? Well, you're getting it. Your team has 2 weeks to wrap up whatever they're doing before we begin dismantling the plant. The board members read your report and sent them behind my... read the report you sent them behind my back and decided it was against GDA's best interest to spend money on a possible rival technology. This could have been so easy, Doc, but you had to mess it up. There's one last thing I need to say, though. Please take the time to remind your team of the non-disclosure agreements they all signed. Those are perpetually binding. Okay. Should've known. Clean energy place is being dirty. Right, I'm not sure if we're in the clear yet. How you doing, Dark Omen? How's it going? Might actually be clear. Sounds like it might be, actually. Okay. Shit, we're not clear. We're not clear. We're definitely not clear.
Aged.
Let's wind up. only one. Stop this charge ability.
Don't underestimate us again.
It's down. Nick, what happened to your suit? You got a bit burned. I think. What happened to you? Yeah, you got burned. You're looking a bit toasty there. I thought you were pulling like a Two-Face on me or something. So I'm gonna pop. Run Tempest. Run Tempest. Okay, we don't want to run that then. Okay. Alright, we have this place clear. Alright, let's go talk to Kasumi. I think we want to confront her first. How am I feeling? Can I get through the stream without much pain? I'm actually feeling okay today. I'm not as sore yet, but I don't also know what time it is. Oh, we've only been going 2 hours. Yeah, I think my legs are starting to get used to it again, so it's not so bad. Am I overweight? By like 4. But what? Wait, how am I overweight by 4 yet I can still move freely? I don't know. Sure, fine. Maybe it's... Oh, no, wait, there it went. There it triggered. Alright, I need to sell something. I don't know what's weighing me down right now. Nick, come here.
Hey.
I'll see what I can do.
What am I carrying right now? Oh, you know what? Curie has my missile launcher. Hopefully we don't need it. We're gonna have to go back at some point anyway because I'm gonna want a fat man before we do the red hunt. Kasumi is downstairs.
Can I help you? Still collecting asters? I have some flowers for you.
Just what I was looking for. As promised, here are your caps.
Nice. I don't know if there's anything I need or want to sell or what.
You want to buy something or what?
You okay?
Not now.
One less thing for me.
I've just gotta keep telling myself I'm better off here than dead.
Sumi, you down here? Yeah, there you are.
You're back. So, what did you find? Can we really trust Dima? Or is he hiding something?
Oh boy.
You really want to know?
I left home and came a long way to find answers. I'm not stopping now. I'm done with having the truth hidden from me.
I found Dima's earliest memories. He murdered and replaced someone in Far Harbor, and then he covered it up, even hiding the knowledge of it from himself.
Damn it. I was hoping I was wrong, but I just knew there was something. Do you know why he did it?
I think he was desperate. He thought it was the only way.
Has Acadia been a mistake this whole time? Is it worth saving? There are good people, synths here.
You should head home, Kasumi. Back to the Commonwealth.
I've been thinking about that actually, but I need to see this through. There are synths here I care about. Maybe when this is over, we can talk about it again?
What's your take on this, Nick? Alright, let's confront Dima. We gotta know what his motivations were. He hid the memory from himself, but did he do it because he just didn't want anyone finding out, or did he do it because he had a change of heart? I mean, I'm not here to condemn a bunch of synths, but if he's done all this under false pretenses, he's gonna have to pay for that. Yo.
Dima?
We must find some way to bring peace to the children of Adam and Far Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
Your memories led me to a gravesite. You killed Captain Avery and replaced her with a synth so you could control Far Harbor.
What? That's impossible. Let me see what you found. I did it. I killed a woman from Far Harbor and replaced her. I stripped a synth's identity from her and made her an agent.
Why did you do it?
I needed to calm Far Harbor. A moderate voice. An example of what humanity should be. How we could exist together as equals. But I couldn't live with the memories of the blood on my hands. A human and a synth are both gone because of me.
Let's be practical. How do we proceed from here?
You're right. We have to focus on what has to be done now.
Is that what you call justice? Because I sure don't.
I'm starting to see things more clearly. We have to keep this secret from Far Harbor. If they knew I had done this, they wouldn't destroy just me. They'd come after Acadia, and then without us, the fog condensers will eventually fall into disrepair. Everyone will die. I have an idea. There's still a way we can bring peace. But the fact that I've replaced a human with a synth must remain hidden.
So you did all of that on your own? No one else in Acadia is involved?
What I've done goes against all of our ideals. I even hid it from myself. So, no, there can't be anyone else.
Sucky part is he's got a point. He's got a serious point. All the other synths are gonna suffer if I tell.
I know this is a lot to take in.
Never did that Red Hunt quest. Can never get her to trust you.
Take your time. This is not a moment for hasty decisions.
You still murdered someone.
Make your case to the people of Far Harbor, Dima. Let them decide.
And if their judgment is to destroy Acadia, the synths I've gathered here are innocent. I'm responsible for them being here.
You really think Far Harbor will destroy Acadia if they find out?
They were willing to kill the children of Atom for far less.
I don't care what justification you have. You killed someone. You have to answer for that.
I can remember it. The blood. The life ebbing from that woman's eyes. The screams. All right. I'll go to Far Harbor and place my fate in their hands. I just hope Acadia survives past what I've done.
Wait, what? You can't. Dima, if you go down there, you're not coming back up.
My dear Faraday, you know there is no other option.
Dima, there are always options. Don't do this. Don't leave.
If atoning for my actions can keep you safe, well, I care for you all too much to do anything else.
Dima, please.
Be strong, Faraday. It will be all right.
I mean, I kind of feel bad, but it would turn up. That's the thing. Eventually, it would turn up.
My job was always taking care of Dima. What is there left for me now?
Still take care of him. The thing of it is, it would come out eventually. Better we do it on our terms than them finding out.
I'm gambling the lives of my people. That your trust in Far Harbor is nothing.